Shukran sana kwa kutuchagua, lakini kubwa zaidi kwa kututeua kama kitovu cha habari za kweli na za kuaminika. Mimi wako Andrin Kilemi. Karibu mtazamaji, tuandamane sote hadi tamati. Mbunge wa Manyatta Gitonga Mukunji na washukiwa wengine wawili watajua hatima yao hii leo katika mahakama ya Kahawa. Mukunji na wenzake mtazamaji sasa wanatuhumiwa kwa makosa ya ugaidi. Kwa sasa kesi hiyo inaendelea. Hakimu Kipkemoi Koech ataamua iwapo ataachiliwa kwa dhamana au la.
Can this court be satisfied that the police and DPP has brought terrorists before you against whom you should detain as required by them? When we talk about training and culture, it's because you're supposed to see what is a mischief. And in seeing this mischief, I am urging you that the law itself will not permit you to reject the evidence of our eyes, evidence of our ears, and the videos that we are seeing and say, these are the people burning police stations and all this. We've seen people walking in the company of policemen in their way to dealing these things. Supermarkets have been destroyed where the police vehicles are just outside there. We cannot ignore this thing. And because we are dealing with a political situation and say, whoever the police brings here, we are going to believe it. Your Honor, the reason why it must be lawyers adjudicating people's rights is that it is illegal for a lawyer to be an idiot or a lawyer to act as a person who does not understand reality. If a case comes before you based on alternative reality, on alternative facts, this court is prohibited by law and training that all of us have trained to reject such a charge and to allow any persons to lose their liberty on that basis. Your Honor, talking about that, there is also an important thing that you must understand. I believe you saw Mheshimiwa call me when we were dealing with preliminary issue. Your Honor, amongst those things that we have watched, and we shall be bringing to court if we get to that stage, which it is. A day before, he was arrested, 2 days before. There is somebody called Oscar Sudi, who has been protected previously by the Constitution. He said, we are going to arrest you as a precursor to arresting other people. Mukunji, the following day there, is a brave Kenyan, and we hail him for that. That, come and arrest me, if you can. Well, probably he thought Sudi is a small man. He was actually arrested the following day. And this is why he says that we must make it apparent that when he says that I am here pursuant to persecution, and they have dragged two other people whom I don't know, whom we have just had a chance meeting. One of them is a Boda writer. He says that is at least video evidence. The same video evidence that is showing us who is doing all these criminal activities, which he believes they have either been sponsored, aided, or abetted by the Kenyan state, as shown by the fact that the police are all over. These young men with clubs and weapons that have been molesting other Kenyans. So that, Your Honor, those are the circumstances that we cannot close our eyes, and that our training does not permit us to close our eyes to, and we deal with them as they were. And why should we be very afraid of this? We should be very afraid of this, Your Honor, for one simple reason. That when we speak for the reasons when the trial a long time ago used to happen, and I'm happy I grew up in Nakuru when I was a teenager, what would happen would be, you would have a situation whereby people like Karaoke Chotara, a lot of these young people may not know who was Karaoke Chotara, people like Wilson they teach. They would mention this and this is an enemy of the state. These people would be arrested, taken to Nyayo House, tortured. Some of them would be jailed at night or early in the morning. Others would leave there maimed, and others died. And this is the reason, Your Honor, when we say pre-trial detention And I believe that is why all of us have been constraining to tell you. The reason why we are all here, it is because it starts here. If the owner were to say it is okay, it will open the floodgates. But we are here to say this is not okay. It must start before the judicial officers where they want to start this thing. Your Honor, occasionally, I had to be sent pin by Deborah for me to come when we came for the first time to this court. I didn't even know where it was. Because all that we know is that this is a court where terrorists are taken. I've never acted up to today for a terrorist. So I'm going to come to Ghana. So I got I got this information that this is where the court is. But there is something that is important. That occasionally you would hear, when you are dealing the cause of strikes, that at the CID headquarters Kipubana, then you hear, huyu tutampeleka, this place is called Kahawa. That is something we've had in the course of dealing with the criminal law. I didn't know why this was the case, but yesterday it started to make sense. Because Testerio testified that he can make documents at CID headquarters, get them signed in Kahawa, and people to be prosecuted in Kahawa. Your Honor, this is something the court may not probably know. But Your Honor, if this appears to be what is happening, Your Honor, I urge for the dignity of this court and the judiciary, this must be brought to an end. If Kipe Mongai is not representing a terrorist, there is no reason why he should come to Kahawa until the day when a terrorist tells me to defend them. If these people are not terrorists, they go to Runyanges and they go to other ordinary courts, not to be in such kind of cages that were designed.
Na bila shaka ni picha za moja kwa moja kutoka